Hello everyone. It's time to do an 18-month update on Lending Club. Like always, it's always 2 videos per year, 6 months per update. So I have my Lending Club for about 18 months now, and let's see how it's doing, okay? I know this video is late, but let's pretend I actually did it on time. Alright, let's log into my Lending Club account. Okay, now let's see. My returns have gone down a little bit, but that's what I'm expecting since I've been investing in a lot more A and B style notes. So is that 10.22% for the 18 months that I've been doing it? The last video, I think the interest earned was about $1,300, so it's up to $2,215 now. But there's a double-edged blade here. I'll tell you what's up with that later in the video. Right now I have about $1,600 in cash that I'm not using, which I should be buying notes with probably at the end of this video. I'll use this up right here. And my total account value is $16,467 if you adjust it for all the notes that have been going bad this year. So let's take out my notes here and then look at the payments here. So I had a fair number of people defaulting on me this past 6 months, and a lot more people are going to default on me, and that's why it's a double-edged blade. This number is pretty big, but overall that number is going to be shrunk down quite a bit. So I'm waiting on 50 notes to be issued, and the good part is 78 people have already fully paid off their loans. And this is the 18-month update, so that's a half of the 3-year note. So I'm halfway through the very first notes that I started buying at the beginning of this adventure. Overall, they have made $8,200 in payments, and $6,000 is towards the principal, and of course this number right here should match this number, which is $2,215, and I got $7 cents in late fees, which is pretty good. I guess. So I had a few questions from earlier, and they wanted some viewers want to see my portfolio pie chart. So let's do that. Where is the pie chart? I think, yeah, it's right here. Okay. So as you can see, my pie chart has changed from the previous videos. I'm investing in about 13% A notes, 35% B notes, and the rest are the high risk notes. And so the charge-off notes basically account for almost $400 so far this past 18 months. My deposit so far is 15 grand, and my total account value is 16,467. So you can say my total actual gain should be the difference between this value here and this value here. So let's give that a try. So 16,467.88 minus 15,000. So my actual gain so far is only $1,467.88. So this past 6 months hasn't been that great for me, but it's still way better than having your money parked at a bank that pays anywhere between 0.0%, nothing basically, to the high of maybe 1%, and we'll go over that later. So take a look at the pie chart, and what I'm doing here, and my Truly account details that are highlighted there. But overall, it seems that I've been gaining about 10.22% over the course of the past 18 months, yearly on average. So that's pretty good. What I'm going to go through is I had a question about comparing the return on LendingClub versus any high savings account, and I have the high savings account up here. So let's move this over here. So if you watch my Mint.com video about saving money, you'll know that I have an Ally Bank account, which is set up for basically the money that I don't know what to do with quite yet. And I have about $50,000 in Ally Bank, and it only gains, almost, let's say, 1% a year here. So in your savings account, this is the highest there is on, and I use a site called bankrate.com, and it will list nationally what are the highest rated online savings and savings account there is. That gives you the best return. So the highest return right now is 1.05%. That's bad. That's really bad. Now, if you have your money with that it's undecided, then it's a pretty good idea to stash it there, or a nest egg type money or emergency fund that you need quick access to. Then it's pretty it's part of the best idea to stash your money where you can quickly access it through a check card or a debit card or whatever. But if you look at the return here, which is 1.05% at the top bank right now, versus this return here. Now, my return is dwarfing this return. I would have to keep my money in this bank account for 10 years on average to equal 1 year of return on LendingClub. So you see why LendingClub is a great idea compared to the best rate you can get. Now, I never heard of any of these online banks actually. I heard of Barclays, which is a huge bank. I heard of CIT Bank, and of course I bank at Ally Bank for my online savings. Now, Sallie Mae is a kind of like a lender of sorts. They own a lot of student loan debt. Yeah, they're the big student loan debt company, so they own just a crap ton of bad debt, in my opinion, because these students can't pay it off anyway. Okay, so you have there. And the second thing I got over the past 6 months was how the interest gets reported on your tax returns. And I have a simple diagram to show you how it is really reported. So let's take a look at the 1040 tax return last year. And what happens is every single dollar that you do gain in interest gets reported on what's called a Schedule B, which is line 8A on your tax form. So I will have to next year I will have to take the difference between what I earned this year and the previous year and put it on 8A. Now, if you're in a high tax bracket income like I am, you'll have to pay quite a bit of taxes on the interest you earn, which kind of sucks. But if, let's say, you have a lot of kids and you have a lot of tax deductions, this number will not really affect you. So it's just basically regular income. Now, for the notes that go bad, so let's go here and click on my charge-off notes. These charge-off notes here is actually doesn't count towards your total income at all. Each charge-off note actually decreases your total income, which helps you out on your tax returns, so you don't actually pay taxes on the crap like this. So basically, it's like what's called capital loss, and that is reported on line 13 here, capital loss or gain, and it's called Schedule D form. So basically, let's say you had $500 in losses this tax season, then you can take $500 off your taxable income. It becomes a deduction, basically. That way it evens out the taxable income that you get from interest minus your capital loss. So basically, if you made $1,800 in interest and $500 in losses, then overall you should only pay taxes on $1,800 minus $500, which is $1,300, right? So that's the taxes for you. And at the end of the year, they will send you a basically a 1099 form with all this information and pretty detailed steps on how to fill out your taxes for your taxable interest and your capital loss. Now, if you own stocks like I do, this is secondhand information. I mean, it's just a common thing, and it's really easy. So if you don't do your taxes yourself, then make sure that you give all the forms to whoever or whatever company is preparing your taxes, and they'll get it right. So that's it for that. Now, so my returns has gone down quite a bit, but it's still a lot better than what I'll get from having an online savings account. So in the next 6 months, I'm expecting to put about $3,000 into Lending Club, and I'm expecting this number actually to drop quite a bit, down to like 9.5% maybe. And you know, historically, it looks like everybody in my range is getting around 6 to 9%, which is not that bad at all. Now, I hope this is my 18-month update on my account. If you have any questions, just put it in the comments below. And good luck in your investing. Thank you. And I'll see you guys in 6 more months for the 2-year update. Goodbye.